Here is how to use NotebookLM to generate a deep dive podcast of your own. Just go to notebooklm.google.com, create new. You'd have to probably set up an account, but you can put a link to a website in here. I'm just going to say Wikipedia cognitive biases. Go to the list. Just cutting and pasting it in here, hitting enter. It sometimes takes a minute to load, but it should auto-generate a title and a summary in here once it's sort of processed all the information at that link. What you can do is something like, and I'm using, right there I'm using the command key, double clicking it so I can do voice to text really quick. I think that's a standard shortcut on a Mac. Create a deep dive podcast where you go through every cognitive bias on this list and give a concrete example of it. Period. Spend no more than about 30 seconds per bias, period. After you've explained and given an example, comma, assess whether or not AI systems like yourself are susceptible to the bias, period. If so, comma, assess whether or not it's a fundamental bias or if it's something we can mitigate, period. And if it is something we can mitigate, comma, talk about how. Gotta have correct grammar here. Yeah, so you just put that in here and click generate. I think it still will work. I'm just copying this so I don't lose it. I think it's, yeah, it'll still generate the conversation even if it hasn't sort of fully processed the source. So we're back. As you can see, it's loaded a fun title, Cognitive Biases, a Compendium. If you click on this, it should give you a summary of the source along with sort of some key topics and things in here. But that's not what this is about. This is about this loading thing, right? It's sometimes it will say generating conversation well after it's finished. So we'll see if that's the case. Gotta go back down to notebook guide. Oh, okay, so that's weird. Okay, so it seems that because the source had not loaded, my conversation was not generated. So hopefully I've still got that on my keyboard. Damn, I don't. Okay, well, don't worry about it. If you want to listen to a recent podcast, this one, just click right here, okay? I'll make it a separate video, so this one's not too long. Right there, if you want to listen to the full cognitive bias prompt response.